place went to Mark Weldon for his 2-month
Yay,
special.
Mark! There you go.
I'm new to the jam. I've been sharpening. I was initially trained about 5 years ago, but really have been doing this full time for a year. I'm going to share a marketing idea. You guys probably already heard some form or fashion of this. I'm very much into social media. How many here have an actual website and or Facebook page for your business? Oh. Wow. Guys, I think you're missing a big opportunity. Just my opinion, my 2 cents. What I've been doing for the last month and a half, basically it's a 2-month special. I did a postcard. I'm doing a giveaway after Labor Day. So historically, from what I understood, July, summer months are usually slower in the business. So I wanted to encourage and really get another stream of revenue coming in that I may not normally get. So what I did is made a postcard, 2-sided. You can do this at Vistaprint. You can get 500 of them for less than $100. I'm giving away a couple shear sets. Retail, of course, you make it sound good. $1,000 worth of shears. For us, it costs us a couple $100 to get them. So you are spending a little money, but I will tell you, I'm busy. So maybe some of you guys that have been doing this for a while, you may not need to, but for me, I'm still growing my territory. I'm in Houston, by the way. So I go, if it's within about an hour, I go. So I have pockets of clients that I have, and I'm also getting referrals. So next thing I know, I'm now getting a call to drive way across town. I don't do it that same day, but it now generates another pocket for me to go hit. So what I'll do is I actually took 150 of these. I sent them to clients that I've never been to. Sight unseen, never been in the salon. I actually have used Reference USA, by the way. And in my area, I know the big salon parks. I know some areas that have a lot of stylists in one location. So what I'll do is I mailed them. I got a couple phone calls out of 150 that went to people I never saw. I also sent 150 to my existing book of business. Generated a couple calls. Hey, I'm so glad I saw that. We need you. I hadn't seen you in a couple months. I also carry these with me cold calling. Whether you're walking in cold off the street or there's a new stylist in the salon that you may have been to 6 months prior, this has generated a ton of business for me. I actually give away a raffle ticket for the drawing. I make them actually put their name and phone number on the back. You can go to Office Max or one of those, get those big rolls of the double tickets. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's a little small, but that's the actual ticket I use for the drawing. And I'm telling you, it's generating a ton of business. On top of that, I run a 30 to 50% off sale for shears. So for those that actually sell shears, it's another good way to start generating some revenue. So you take a couple dollars off, but I'm moving a lot of volume right now. So I've had record weeks, probably 3 out of the last 5 weeks. My numbers have just gotten better and better. So it's worked for me. One last thing. It's on my business card. In hindsight, I would have put it on this. My next batch, I'm going to put it on this. The little scan code, you see them all over the place now. I really recommend, guys, if you don't have a Facebook page, especially some that may not be as tech savvy, get your sons, daughters, grandkids, whoever you need to get you a page for your business, because I'm, especially cold calling in salons, I have reviews on my page. I have a website, I can put whatever the heck I want on my website. I can put 100 reviews and say I'm great, but they don't know if that's me or an actual stylist. Here it's actual people on the social media that go onto my page and leave reviews. Mark did a great job, blah, 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 blah. So that way, especially when you're cold calling, they know they can trust you, or at least have a better indication, okay, this guy, he does a good job, knows what he's doing. So it's really helped me out a lot. I know I kind of threw a lot at you, but.
Are you doing anything to motivate people to go to your Facebook page?
I tell them go right there on site, because everybody nowadays has their tablet or phone in their hand. Jay, I know you guys already kind of saw a little blip on my hair. Technology is here. If you're not involved in it, you're missing out. You're missing out on a ton of business, potential business, and it's easy. It's an easy way to market yourself without putting any money out there. Now, granted, I do for the giveaway. I'm putting up a little money. It does cost a little money to make these, but I got the money back in a day. So, if you look at the big picture, you can look at your own territories, your slow months. 2-3 times a year, you hit your lulls. do something like this, or come up with some other idea. But it's a way to keep, you know, your face out there, your name, and I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm booming right now. I mean, I'm booked for the next few weeks. So.
So that might fit around his neck.
This is Jay's design shear. This is the tribal shear, which Josh will be talking about the unusual screw on here. And there's the
Goes to
model.
Steve Pailet.
Steve. Always a fun.
You haven't won yet.
Okay. When you get through sharpening a pair of shears, you know, the real high end, and you've taken the burr off and you've run it back over, one of the things that I found was an idea that Bonnie gave me years ago using a nail file. And I said, I don't want to carry a nail file, but I do happen to have lots of these round pads. They fit on my machine.
Now, are you picking up a brand new shear out
I'm
of our
not,
box?
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
On the back of the pad is Velcro, and it's very soft. Roll the pad up and just run down on the edge. So what you've done is you've pulled the burr off from the inside. Now you pulled the burr off from the outside and you've worked it both ways. You wouldn't believe how many places I've actually gone to, they were complaining because the last guy, they sharpened them, but they didn't really work well. They hadn't pulled that outside burr off. So consequently, they were not getting a good sharp edge, even though they may have had one. They just hadn't finished the job. So, you've got plenty of sanding pads. On the back is hook and loop. Use it. It's cheap. It's paid for.
In
Used
first
up.
place, everybody's favorite, Joe.
Well,
For your reference USA.
Congratulations,
Joe
Joe.
got 20 votes. So
That is the biggest.
that's the biggest one. Usually it's really tight, and it was
Joe Rahuba's my name. Joe. Right now I live in Murray, Kentucky. I'm soon moving to
Palm Bay.
Palm Bay, Florida. Yes.
Have you got the internet here?
Yes. Are you on the internet?
I should be.
First of all, I'm going to show you a couple. I got two things to show you. All right. I don't know who's new, who's been in it for a while. But one of the programs that may be very useful for you is Office. You know Microsoft Office, right? It's got Excel, it's got presentations, it's got Word. Well, it's costly. You can get the same thing for free on the internet. Go to openoffice.org.
Openoffice.org.
Yes. All right, Apache Open Office, you just download it, you got the same thing for free. You can save everything as Excel, you can save it as a document that Word will read so that anybody that's got the other program can use it. That's just a side note. What I really want to show you is, like Bonnie says, you go on vacation, make every vacation a business trip. But where are you going to go to sharpen? If you go to your local libraries, do a little research, find out which local library. Most libraries have what you call databases. There's a database out there called Reference USA. All right, find a library in your area that's got Reference USA. In my particular library, I get a free membership. It's got access to Reference USA. You go to mclib.net, please.
mclib.net.
mclib.net. This is my library's
Gratiot
website.
County Public Library.
Gratiot County Public Library.
Right.
Okay, on here, under Research and Learning,
Okay.
there's databases. Click these databases. Articles and databases, yes. All right. Now, scroll down. Underneath articles and databases, there is Reference USA, right there.
Reference USA.
All right, Reference USA is a really neat site. It's your library card number is all it is. When you get your library card that's got this, you'll be fine. All right, now what they've got in here is they've got U.S. businesses. They got white pages in here, but we're interested in businesses. All right, click the businesses, yes. Okay, there's 2 tabs there, quick search and a custom search. Go to the custom search.
Okay.
Click it.
I'm clicking. There it is.
Excellent. Okay, on there, on the left-hand side, it says business type.
Yeah.
Click that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a search by major industry group. Click that. Okay, look at that, brought up a list. What kind of services? Beauty industry. It's a service, right?
Service.
Click the plus. All right. Is it a personal service? Yes. Click the plus. Okay. Somewhere down there, scroll down. Oh, beauty shops. Sorry. Click that plus. Okay. Let's come down here. Children's hair salon. Let's click. Let's put a check mark in children's hair salon.
Okay.
Let's put a mark in beauty schools in case we want to drop into beauty schools. Let's put a mark at beauty salons in case we want to drop there. Let's put a mark somebody that's cutting hair and wigs in that.
Okay.
They got scissors, right?
You want barber shops too?
Let's just do this for now.
Get out
Where
of
it
here.
says view results, view results. We've got 859 shops to go to.
859.
All right, 859. Now what you can do is you might as well.
Well, not really.
Okay, just
I can turn it on. It may work now.
what you
Yeah,
can
that's
what you
working.
can
There
do
you go.
what you can do with these is check the box at the top.
Which one?
This one
Oh,
right
right there, company name?
And come over to here to download.
Download.
Now you've got that program called Office. It's got a spreadsheet program. So what we're going to do is we're going to download in Excel format.
Okay.
Okay, now scroll down and download records.
Okay, do you want summary, detailed, or custom?
Summary.
Okay.
Download records. Okay, say open.
How was the database created? Phone numbers?
Never hurts.
It's got all kinds of stuff.
Okay,
Okay, say yes.
say yes.
All right, look at this, look at this. All right.
Oh, you know the credit score.
Well, we've got
That might be important to know.
we've got the name of the shop. We've got the owner's first name, the owner of the shop. We got their last name. We've also got the address of the shop. Okay, we've got the city. Of course, in this case, we do the city. Let's say we're going for a large radius. There'd be different towns, different zip codes. We
Well,
could
you've
do some
actually got
sorting
different
out.
towns.
Yes.
You've got Roberto, Delta. So you can sort by city.
We can do a sort by city. There's a credit score. I don't generally use credit score because I hide the columns I don't want. Hide. All right.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a usable list that I can just go down and make phone calls and say, hey, I'm in the area. Would you
Oh, you want
by
to
any
hide
chance need any sharpening while I'm here? And you can get people that want it. And what you can do, once you've got the first 25, you go back to the sheet, you uncheck what you did, you go to the next sheet of 25, and you add it on to this sheet. You just keep adding them on. You get all 859,
So it only lets
And
you
now-
download 25 at a time.
25 at a time is what
Okay.
it lets you download.
Okay.
But it's for free. Yeah. What you can do now is you can go ahead and put that 859 shops together as one list in one file. And you can go ahead to your printer, print both sides. Now you've got a nice clean copy. You can go down and put a check mark for each one you've called. Each one that wants your services for the next day, you put a little circle around it. How many people might there be? How many pair of scissors? Okay, you get your day done. You've only gotten maybe a quarter of the way into the list, and you've already got like 20 sets of scissors. Tomorrow's done. Keep calling, maybe set up the next day. So you go out to Next day, in a couple of days, and you've got your days filled. And it's real easy to get phone numbers. You don't have to go to the yellow pages. You don't have to write things down. Just a few clicks away.
Wow.
What about your vacation? What happened to your vacation?
Your wife's the one that really is on vacation, you know.
I always deal with rusty shears that they've been put in a case wet, and we have to go in there and sharpen them. Well, if it's too bad, we'll have pitting, or if it's superficial, it's just minor rust. So to get rid of that minor rust, especially if it's down in the hollow grind area, to get rid of it and clean that up, best method I used was just spraying a little H42 on that blade, and then taking PSA or hook and loop, like 9 micron. Depends how significant the rust or how deep the rust is or thick the rust is. If it's a thick rust, you can probably use 15 micron. And just maybe cut it out so it's the size of your finger, and just rub inside the hollow grind area to clean up all the rust in the hollow ground area or the outside of the shear. So that's one of my tricks in how I try and salvage a shear that may be rusty and not properly maintained. And then you just let the stylist know, hey look, long-term damage, you'll have pitting in the steel that I can't correct. But you might be able to save it just by using that trick and cleaning it up with the PSA or the hook and loop, 9 micron or 15 micron, and some H42 oil on there. And it'll clean it. Well, for the most part, it'll clean it. Get rid of all
I'm from
the
Cincinnati. I've been doing this 10 years, and I come up with little things every once in a while. I think Bonnie wrote one of them in the edge about I used my the clamp on my machine is a third hand. There's some shears out there where you got to have a screwdriver on this side and a UFO tool on this side. You don't have any way to hold the shear, so you put the UFO tool in your clamp, lock it, then you can put this hand on the scissor for the clamp, and then you use this hand for your...
Organized. Everybody likes the organization with their clients and stuff. I found an app through Apple. It's called Manage Your Eye. It's called Manage Your iPad. And what
It's
it
called
does,
Manage Your iPad?
Yeah, and it's a client manager app. And what it does is it interacts with your database on your clients. So you can, when you go into a shop, there's a small database that you can punch in the client's name, address, and all your contact information. It also lets you put some notes down in there. So if you want to make notes, like Bonnie said, about a particular stylist likes, does a lot of slide cutting, or different points about that person, you can put that in there. It'll keep a history on that. And so when you go back to that, you can punch that up, and you'll have your complete history about your stylist or who is the person that you're working for in that particular call. It'll also track your inventory if you keep inventory. It'll do just a wide range of things, and it's a free app, so you might want to check it out. Maybe it might be something like you like. I like technical things.
Will it work on Android as well as...
No, not this particular app. Now, there's probably other apps out there, but this is strictly an Apple product.
Dye your hair platinum. Bleach it. Wear purple glasses. Because if you have the testicular fortitude to do it, and it takes a little getting there. It takes a little getting there. But
Dye your hair to match your glasses.
I dress like a professional. I dress impeccably. Like I put button-down shirts and dress slacks, and I look like a professional. But I can't tell you that this has helped business. No question about it. And when I walk in the door, hey, there's our guy. He's got the white hair and the purple glasses. And, different stylists. Everybody wants to talk to me. They all want to talk about it. It puts me in the game. In the hair business, anyone goes. So I'm in the game, and then different ones want to do it for me. And different ones have different ideas, and I'll pass myself around.
You can do me today, right?
I'm going to put you on the list for next time. There we go. That's my idea.
And they're little scissor clutch pins, and they're like $1 donation. These are for domestic abuse. And this goes to the salons. This is generated through the salons. This is kind of a thing of giving back. So $1 out of all of my shears goes to a clutch pin, so each of those stylists can have one of these clutch pins. And I don't have to say, well, you owe me $1. You know, I don't have to do that. But they're nice little pins. I wear on my hat, on my blingy. But inside this little folder, it's got the website and the whole 9 yards about it. So I have some extras, so if anybody's interested, one for $1.
It's probably been used
I have
before,
them.
pretty much by a lot of pros, you know. We all pros in here, but what I came across is when I'm sharpening and I'm putting my shears on the plate, changing from one to the other. Also, when I'm running it multiple times to bring my burr or polishing, the blade tends to get hot. Sometimes, you know, maybe you have to run it a little more where the blade gets, you know, you will get hot. So to avoid from getting burned your fingers, I went ahead and first I asked my wife if she has a thimble. I said, okay, well, give me a thimble. So I started using it, and now I could continue my sharpening, and when the blade gets hot, I don't have to worry about getting burned. So I went ahead, to Office Max, and I picked up the fingertips, pretty much. Fingertips, the middle of the rubber, and when you put it on, you know, when you sharpen it, you just put it on your finger, and when you're holding your shears, when it gets burned, if it's hot, to avoid your finger from getting burned, you know, just put the tips on your fingers. And all you need is just one, you know, the finger that you pretty much rest against the blade that
2 years, and, so I don't have a band. You know, I mainly go into salons and sharpening. But I just thought this was really neat because I went to actually buy a generator, and I found this instead. Some of y'all might know about it, some of you might not, but it's a converter. It's called a converter. I think it was like $35, but you open your hood and you put it on the battery, negative and positive. You leave your vehicle running before you hook it up about 5 minutes, and then you can turn it off. And I mean, I'll sharpen with the motor off with the extension cord on my truck tailgate. And about every hour I'll check. I was worried it was going to run my battery down, and I checked the voltage on my battery, and it's never went down. It's not enough power with the scissor machine and all that. I'm not sure about other machines, but I just thought it would be a good idea to share. I mean, if y'all's generators went out in the middle of a sharpening day, I mean, you could pick one up at Amazon for $30.
It's nothing intentional, it's nothing against any of you, but I do have a tendency to forget names. Something that my dentist does is they take a picture of me and they put it with my file. So when I walk in the door, they know I've got an appointment. They look at their computer screen. Hey, how's it going? How you doing, Jim? James? Whatever. And they know exactly who they're talking to. They know my face, but to remember my name. If you can get a stylist to let you take their picture with the shears you just sharpened for them or whatever, you've got their picture. You can put their name in your phone, and you can break it up into the salon that you're going to, whatever. You can just scroll through that really quick before you go in, and then you know, hey Sarah, hey Joan, whatever. Then you know their names. It's just as a refresher.
Can I add something to that?
You most certainly may.
Use that with your other idea about Facebook,
That
because so whoever, because
that
what
was-
I do some of that, and then I take pictures of the stylist and I say, can I put you on Facebook with your new shears? And then that looks good on your Facebook. They tag it at theirs. Their friends that are stylists.
That was Mark's idea.
Mark's ideas. I'm sorry. Okay, Mark. So if you combine those ideas, that works really well.
One of the ones, if you get a pair of nasty scissors, the reason they're nasty is because people that use them were nasty, and they're not keeping them clean. And if you oil them, you're not going to do any good as far as helping them. One of the things that I do, if I have a set of nasty scissors and I get them more from upholstery shops and things like that, when I put them back together, I use high-speed automotive wheel grease, and I put it below that pivot screw and screw it down, and then I wipe everything off. Grease won't come out. It'll still be lubricated the next time you go get it. You know, whether you want to do that with your hair scissors or not, I don't know.
High speed what?
It's axle grease. High-speed axle grease.
Just like you use like a bearing grease, right?
Yeah, bearing
you don't want to use that on here.
No. But if you well, if you get some, I've had some from groomers. It's pretty nasty. And but if you put the grease in there, it'll stay there, and it'll also protect them until the next time you come. These are things that I got to playing with, and I know what those look like. They look like sparklers. But I use paper wheels in my knife sharpening, and I regrit those paper wheels. And I had some glue and things left over one afternoon, and had things for people who serrated knives and all. These are just dowel rods, and I roll them in the glue, and then I roll them in the grit, and I let them dry. And you can make whatever size you want for a file or a sanding tool. And one of the things that I also found out, and I didn't bring any of those with me because I didn't think about doing this, but you can take epoxy, which I had done before, and use your worn out files, your filing chainsaws and things like that, put epoxy on them. The white glue or carpet glue won't stick to the metal, but you can use epoxy and then roll it in your grit, and you've got yourself a brand new home.
What I have here is a new edge that I don't think anybody's come up with yet. I call it corrugation without corrugation. And what it is, you don't corrugate all the way to the edge. You can do it on a convex shear or on a bevel shear. But the purpose of it is a lot of people don't like to hear the sound of the corrugation. And also if they want a slide cut, where you've got the razor edge, you know, you don't want to put a corrugated edge all the way to the edge on a razor edge, especially high-end shear. So the corrugation is not all the way to the edge. The hair can still fall down in the corrugation. Then give it a little extra hope. They just drop down in like dropping in a ditch or something, basically. But the edge is well, so it slides, but it's on the corrugating machine. And I got a new wheel coming. But
It's corrugated, but right on the edge, it's not corrugated. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Oh yeah, can you see that? Right there.
How many degree difference is it from the actual edge?
Do what?
As far as the angle, when you put the corrugation on?
Whatever angle was already there on that shear, I just don't go all the way to the cutting edge.
Like, I just chewed up a felt pad, dulling clipper blades because they're too sharp. They were cutting little puppies, so I totally destroyed it, and it's kind of cheating.
What?
Okay. Okay. So
I'm not. I don't know where you're going.
It's glued down, so to the.
Oh! I know what you're saying is cheating. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So it's glued down.
Do you want to hold this as to explain what you're going to do? And I'll get a felt pad out so you can explain.
On my plate that I got with the Scimech with the bonding machine, it's totally glued down. So I have to buy another plate to replace my felt pad, or spend all day with Goo Gone and
Here's
scrapers.
Here's an actual example. So
Okay.
you can pull that off and show them what you're talking about.
Okay, so I'm not, this is the part that I don't know, it only comes with glue on them. I don't know what it is
Okay. Do you want me to explain it, or you want to?
Yes. Okay, so
I told Sue about this yesterday. I told her she can use it as the idea.
So if I could do this, it'd be great, but mine is stuck on there like unbelievable, so I need a scraper and Goo Gone, to get it off to put on a new felt pad. So I had to buy another thing. So you can take a used, whatever, PSA, okay, and then glue your felt pad to it, because that's what this was done. And it's got the hook and loop on the back, and then you can just use a flat plate for it, or, flat plate that has a hook and loop on it. And then if you destroy it, your clipper blades, like you should not do, then you can replace it easily. So